Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
The first time you ride the RTA Health Line to University Circle, you may wonder, what should I do with my bag? Can I put it on the seat next to me? What if someone wants to sit there? Will they just scooch it over? Ask me to move it? Is there a please move your bag signal that I'm unaware of? Maybe my bag is taking someone's regular seat. Maybe I'm taking someone's regular seat. Did I just set off a regular seat chain reaction and now everyone's mad at me? Or is this my regular seat? Yeah, I could get used to this. It's easier than you think, Cleveland. RTA, get ready to ride.
Thanks for tuning in to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. I'm Leah Hasledge. April 2nd was declared World Autism Awareness Day in the city of Cleveland by Mayor Frank Jackson. A proclamation to honor the day was given to a young man with autism, along with members of the organization Autism Speaks.
Today is World Autism Awareness Day. It's the only other world-sanctioned day besides World AIDS Day by the UN, and it's an international day to shine a light on autism and raise awareness for the 1 in 68 who have autism worldwide. So we really wanted to be here with the mayor, who gave us a proclamation, take a few photos, express our thanks for lighting up City Hall blue, and many iconic buildings throughout Cleveland are lit up blue today.
We are the world's leading advocacy and research organization for autism, so we give money to research groups, to service providers, as well as local summer camps, and then we also advocate to make sure families are getting the coverage that they need through their insurance. So we go state to state and make sure our families are getting the insurance coverage that they need, and we also create a lot of awareness and have a lot of family service toolkits and different things on our website for families to go for more information.
For more information on Autism Speaks, visit their website at autismspeaks.org. April is Minority Health Month, and to kick off the festivities, an opening ceremony and luncheon was held at the City Hall Rotunda.
As many of you already know, this is our 30th year of advancing health equity here in the city of Cleveland. And we are here today to raise public awareness about healthcare disparities that continue to affect racial and ethnic minorities. And it's time for us to really continue to advance health equity here in Cleveland.
Poverty is bad for your health. When you see senior citizens who live on a meager Social Security, no checking account, no 401k plan, gutters falling down around the houses when you drive through the neighborhoods, their porches are caving in, roofs caving in their houses. Poverty is bad for your health.
So by spending the month of April with programs and activities like the Cleveland Clinic, Minority Men's Health Clinic, I mean, that is an outstanding event. And if you haven't gone, you should go. If you're a woman, just kind of sneak in. But it's a gold standard for how you should do a health fair. And then there are other interventions in terms of health, infant mortality, and violence prevention in different communities, the African American, the Latino community. Those are all worth doing because we're touching people.
To see the full Minority Month kickoff ceremony, stay tuned to TV20. Just check our schedule for times. Employees from public utilities, finance, and accounts were recognized by Mayor Frank Jackson with a proclamation declaring March 2015 Procurement Month.
But procurement is not just goods and services, it's also the contract administration portion of it and professional service aspect, real estate and surplus sales. So it's entailed for all professionals to know every aspect and concept of the right purchase at the right cost.
So in recognition of the Procurement Month, on behalf of the citizens of the City of Cleveland, I'm honored to present this proclamation designating March 2015 as Procurement Month in our great city, City of Cleveland. So, Director, this is yours. Come on.
Instead of having the usual food drive, the Department of Public Utilities hosted the Race to End Hunger, a fun way to get city employees involved in raising food and money for the Cleveland Food Bank's Harvest for Hunger campaign.
Race is designed to end hunger, so we're doing our part as Department of Public Utilities towards the City of Cleveland's goal. Department of Public Utilities is a great contributor to the campaign. Last year we raised more than $50,000 towards the City of Cleveland's goal, and our employees are extremely generous, so we thought we'd do something fun. The goals of the race is to collect as many of the Super 6 food items, contribution cards, or cash donations.
The real winners are those who will benefit from what we're doing today, from the and the hard work that the public utilities is put forth.
Well, total $1,495.
As you guys know, every dollar that's donated to the food bank and to Harvest for Hunger provides 4 meals to our neighbors in need. So even though you guys are having a blast, having a good time running around these carts, you guys are making a difference just doing this, and we so appreciate it. So what you guys are doing, as I said, makes an incredible difference. So thank you guys so much, and congrats to the winners.
If you'd like to donate or learn more about the Harvest for Hunger campaign, visit greaterclevelandfoodbank.org. If you see someone illegally dumping debris, the City of Cleveland is asking that you please report it. Here are some easy steps if you spot someone illegally dumping waste. Get a detailed description of the car license plate number, make, and color. Provide a detailed description of the suspect's race, height, and weight if it's possible. Record the date, time, and location of the incident. There is a reward available if the violator is convicted. Report the incident by calling 216-664-3867. Let's keep Cleveland clean and green. To kick off Financial Literacy Month, Charter One and Citizens Banks have donated $105,000 to nonprofits in Ohio that are helping teach Ohioans how to be better with managing their money. The nonprofit organizations will facilitate meetings and sessions between the public and volunteer bankers. 4 of the 8 nonprofits receiving the grants are right here in Cleveland: University Circle, Inc., Jumpstart, Inc., Neighborhood Housing Services of Greater Cleveland, and United Way of Greater Cleveland. Visit the Citizens Bank website and social media pages to learn more about Financial Literacy Month and how you can better manage your money. When we return to the weekly news wrap-up, CMSD TV reporter Shannon Kantner will show us how a local sports team is helping train some special student athletes.
Hoy, 1 de cada 4 jóvenes en los Estados Unidos es hispano.
Eso significa que muchos de los futuros médicos, ingenieros, científicos y empresarios de nuestro país pueden ser tus hijos.
Todos sabemos lo difícil que es para ti enviarlos a la universidad.
Por eso queremos que sepas que no estás solo.
Y que cada día más gente te apoya para que lo logres. Muchos te apoyan y el Hispanic Scholarship Fund te ayuda a preparar, planear y pagar la universidad de tus hijos. Infórmate en hsf.net.
Spring training is usually just for baseball teams, but the Cleveland Browns had some spring training of their own this season with the help of hundreds of Special Olympic student athletes. Our CMSD reporter Shannon Kantner was at the Football Fest in Berea and has more from the field.
It might be the Cleveland Browns off season, but they are plenty busy here in their training facility in Berea, hosting hundreds of CMSD students at a Special Olympics event where everyone is getting quite the workout. Awesome, let's go!
Running, kicking, and catching alongside the Cleveland Browns on their own turf, a dream come true for almost any student.
I like NFL every Sunday, I watch it every night and stuff.
They said I did great at throwing the ball and kicking it and running with the ball.
Ready, set, go!
More than 700 CMSD students had a ball at the annual Special Olympics event hosted by the Browns, a tradition going on 30 years.
We're getting out the word of Special Olympics. It's for us, we want the community and anybody involved with our program to look past our athletes' disabilities and see their abilities. And to leave all their worries at school for the day, but also just let them, experience being a Cleveland Brown for a day.
But special education teachers say the experience begins before they even arrive at the training facility.
The experience of getting out as we were passing the airport just on the way here, they were like, oh, some have not seen the airport that up close. So just the drive here is an experience and an educational experience for them. Anytime we can get out of the building, out of the neighborhood and learn new things, it's great.
That's exactly how the Cleveland Browns feel too. Some of them stepping out of their comfort zone on the field to play 60 in a whole new way.
I'm not a quarterback, and so I'm not very good at throwing the ball. And they were someone would catch the ball and be so excited. It was really fun.
So we're spinning the wheel for exercises that we were doing, and it landed on touchdown dance. I've never scored a touchdown before, so I got a chance to practice my dancing skills a little bit, but it's all about having fun with the kids. That's why I do what I do.
And that's why Browns alum Doug Deacon founded this event. His brother grew up with special needs, and he understands what these students go through every day.
It's a program where, kids can go out and have fun, and it's about what pure sports is. It's not about winning or losing. It's about participating, and that's what sports is supposed to be.
Participating with their peers from all across the district that they rarely get to see. More than 30 different schools, and they were all on the winning team.
It's very fun. It's going to be exciting when I tell my friends.
Everyone agrees this day was a touchdown. And what comes after every touchdown? A dance. Let's see it, guys. Go! Yeah! Throw him down! Throw down the footballs! Woo! All right! Reporting from the Browns training facility, Shannon Kantner, CMSD TV. High fives! Yeah! Go Browns!
Thanks, Shannon. CMSD students participate in many other Special Olympics events and sports. In fact, some of those students will be participating in the bowling championships scheduled for later this month. When we return to the weekly news wrap-up, we'll get an update on how our other sports teams and athletes are doing with reporter Christian Patterson.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
So, how's the remodel going?
Oh my gosh, where do I start? My contractor is amazing. He's made the whole process so easy on me. It's like I've always said, it pays to look for the seal. Ladies, I am not kidding. I always look for the seal.
Oh, I know you do. I do too.
Me too.
That's the truth. When we bought our car, we looked for the seal. When we were searching for daycares, we looked for the seal. I won't even buy shoes online unless I see the seal.
The BBB makes my life easier because I know I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. That's why I always look for the seal.
Welcome back to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. I'm Christian Patterson, and here's a look at what's going on in sports. But before I wrap up what went on in Cleveland sports this past week, I have a Cleveland sports trivia question. Who knocked in the winning run in the first game at Jacobs Field? A. Sandy Alomar, B. Wayne Kirby, or C. Jim Tomey? Stay tuned because I have the answer to the Cleveland sports trivia question at the end of this segment. The Cleveland Cavaliers are coming around just in time for the playoffs. After facing adversity early in the season with injuries, trades, and rumors of players not being happy, the Cavs are playing like a team that can win a championship. The Cavs have put themselves in a prime position, ending the season with a great homestand and clinching the number 2 seed in the East and the title in the Central Division. Aside from outstanding basketball that LeBron James and Kyrie Irving deliver on a nightly basis, J.R. Smith has really thrived as the third option for the Cavaliers. His spot-up shooting has been nothing short of miraculous, knocking down right around 40% from three-point range. Although Kevin Love hasn't been producing as much as some would like, he's still averaging 16 points and 10 rebounds as a third or fourth option. The scary part about that is he hasn't been utilized how he would like to be. Just imagine how dangerous the Cavs offense could be in the playoffs if Coach Blatt figures out how to get Love more touches around the rim. Let's take a quick step away from the basketball court, where the Cleveland Cavaliers are also winning in the Cleveland community. The students of the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland at FDR, housed inside Cleveland's Franklin D. Roosevelt Academy, now have a rejuvenated space to finish out their school year. The Cleveland Cavaliers hosted the grand opening of the team's new Learn and Play Center at the Boys and Girls Club location.
This is the first Boys and Girls Club which has a dedicated space in the Cleveland Municipal School District. So really a groundbreaking type of location as it is, and really a privilege and honor for us to be here. And when you think about it, in terms of our organization, there's so many terrific things going on in the community and certainly with the Cavs, but this is really a privilege and honor for us to be able to connect the dots and be able to make things like this happen.
What we've done this year, I think, is try to become a family. And the Cavs organization has put a lot of time and energy and invest in family and wellness. We invest in education, and that's what this Learning Center is all about.
Let's go, Cavs! Let's go, Cavs! All right. Good job.
Center Kendrick Perkins and guard J.R. Smith were also on hand to help the students cut the ribbon to their brand new center and play some games as well.
And as you can tell by the space here, it's spectacular. We worked with great corporate partners in the marketplace like Sherwin-Williams to help paint the rooms, to give them a nice, vibrant, colorful look. Cavs colors, of course. We also worked with Wayside Furniture to help provide the furniture for the kids. And then one of our corporate partners within our family of companies, Fathead, to provide the wall graphics and a lot of the player action related photos that you're seeing in the space here. And we could not be more proud. It's about the kids, it's about the community, and of course the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland. You can't get any better than that.
We believe that whenever children have a place to come to that they're excited about, it's lively, and they really enjoy it, then they'll want to come more often. So right now we service about 140 kids a day, so we're hoping that now with the renovation that the Cavs have made to the facility, we may even get that number up to 200, 250 a day. And we want to touch as many kids as possible because we want to give them an alternative, being on the streets, making bad choices right after school. So instead of going down that road, they can come hang out with us.
This facility will provide children with better access to books and technology, as well as improve the quality of the organization's literacy and educational programming. The Cleveland Indians announced the team Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber agreed to a 5-year contract through 2019, with club options for 2020 and 2021. Kluber joins members of the team's strong young core under club control for years to come, including MVP finalist Michael Brantley, Silver Slugger Award winner Yan Gomes, and Jason Kipnis, and more. Prior to the Tribe's 2015 home opener, the organization invited media members out to see what's new at Progressive Field. Let's take a look. One thing you'll immediately notice when entering the ballpark is the new right field terraces that offer a unique new standing room only space for group outings, along with another area where the Indians will honor the club's history. Pennants on the upper level of terraces mark each division or league crown. Numbers on the lower level of terraces mark each number the team has retired. Community partner logos also will be displayed, recognizing local companies that have partnered with the Indians on community initiatives. The bullpens have been moved to center field and will be stacked horizontally. The new arrangement provides incredible new access to players in those bullpens and new seating, 3 rows between the playing field and the Indians' bullpen. The Corner, the ballpark's new indoor-outdoor 2-story bar, was named via a fan vote on Indians.com. It holds about 750 people in multiple standing room only areas outside the bar. It also features 40 beers on tap, 14 hometown beers, and a digital beer wall. Also, wood salvage from the old Columbus Road Bridge in the Flats. Fans can experience the Corner with a $13 district ticket. $13 gets fans a standing room only ticket and their first drink on the Indians. Popular Cleveland neighborhoods will be represented in the new right field district, including Ohio City, Great Lakes Brewing Company, Tremont Barrio, Gordon Square, Sweet Moses, Cleveland Heights, Melt Bar and Grill, and University Circle, Dynamite Burgers. And finally, the original Kids Clubhouse, unveiled in 2012, has been a huge success, and it's been expanded to 2 stories for 2015 and beyond. Moms, dads, and their children will find a new 2-story baseball bat slide, along with a host of interactive games. KeyBank Kids tickets are $10 in April and May with purchase of a full-price adult ticket. Those tickets rise to $15 from June through October. And make sure you tune in to TV20's weekly sports wrap-up next week for a look at opening day at Progressive Field. The Cleveland Browns have only one unsigned free agent, safety Jim Leonard. However, any team seeking to sign Leonard should be aware of one extremely important fact. He's retiring, meaning he won't be suiting up for anyone. Leonard's retirement leaves the Browns with 0 remaining unsigned players in free agency. Now, aside from free agency, Browns quarterback Johnny Manziel, who entered rehab early in the year, was spotted playing golf in Louisiana. It turns out he's reportedly nearing the end of his treatment and is allowed to spend time with his family and friends. Manziel started receiving professional help months ago. Now he's apparently getting ready to finish rehab and attempt to move forward with his football career. Now, exactly how the transition back into the limelight will go is anybody's guess. And before we end this segment, as promised, I have the answer to today's Cleveland sports trivia question. The answer is B, Wayne Kirby. In the 11th inning of their inaugural game at Jacobs Field in 1994, Kirby knocked in the winning run for the Indians. Well, that's all I have for your TV20 weekly sports wrap-up. When we return from break, we'll have more with Leah.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
When severe weather strikes, or when streetlights go out, vehicles blocking intersections can make it difficult for emergency vehicles to pass and can cause traffic gridlock. To create more safe and efficient streets, the City of Cleveland and TV20 are asking you to don't block the box.
Welcome back to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. A lot has happened in Cleveland over the last few weeks, and here are a few top stories in case you missed it. At a recent Cleveland City Council caucus meeting, Council President Kevin Kelly announced that the city would be increasing its financial commitment to resurfacing roadways.
We're going to be discussing a comprehensive, data-driven plan to roadway resurfacing that's going to maintain every roadway in the city of Cleveland on a systematic basis, such that every roadway in the city of Cleveland will be resurfaced at least once every 20 years on a rolling basis. We have to commit to resurfacing every roadway in the city of Cleveland. We have to commit to having it being data-driven, and we have to be, better and smarter about how we're spending capital dollars. We're going to be spending a lot more dollars on resurfacing. Okay. And at least in 2015, every city ward will be receiving a higher allocation than was received last year. We're going to spend enough to resurface 5% of our worst streets every single year, up to $10 million. So we're going to be going from 4.4 million to up to 10 to address this problem that we have. We're going to go from 4.4 to up to 10 million. It's going to be based on science, and it's going to be systematic. It's not going to be perfectly equal. It's not going to be divided by 18. It's going to be entirely based on need. And if we adhere to the principle that it's going to be needs-based and we're going to do 5% a year, this will be impactful.
The City of Cleveland was recently recognized by the U.S. Energy Department for their ongoing leadership in saving energy and reducing greenhouse gas emissions within Firehouse Number 1.
So far, we've realized in this building, in Fire Station 1, so far we've realized a 12% savings as a result of this lighting, and also we've utilized infrared heating in our apparatus bays. The goal obviously is 20%, and we hope to realize that in phase 2.
Energy efficiency and green building practices are a really important part of our Sustainable Cleveland 2019 initiative, which is our 10-year plan to design and develop Cleveland into a thriving and resilient city. And energy efficiency and conservation is a large part of that. The need to improve energy efficiency is not simply an environmental issue, but it's also a factor in the basic premise of what we think a competitive economy can be here in Cleveland.
So we're thrilled that in Cleveland, not only is the city doing a tremendous job stepping up and fulfilling their energy reduction goal, and I'm very excited to walk through the fire station today, which is the city's showcase project in the Better Buildings Challenge. Showcase projects are a wonderful opportunity for other cities to see what Cleveland has done and emulate your success. And I'm thrilled that everyone here is going to be able to walk through that with us today.
The Easter Bunny landed at the Fatima Center for the 7th annual Ward 7 Easter egg hunt for a day filled with fun and games.
We do this annually every year. It's good to see the kids here. The officers here are as well. And so we just want to say thank you to your officers every year. And also we have the mayor's office here, Mayor Frank Jackson's office here with cabinets here as well. So we always have a good time, and he's just one of the kids that come here, and we're just so appreciative. If you look around, all these kids here are having a good time. They come here every year.
The hunt for Easter eggs continued at the 9th annual 1st District Community Relations Easter Egg Hunt and Safety Fair held at Gunning Recreation Center. Families gathered for face painting, Easter baskets, food, prizes, and fun.
We're having our annual event, Easter Egg Hunt and a Safety Prevention Fair with our District Community Relations Committee members. Those are volunteers through the neighborhood. And we also including with the police officers, and then we got a lot of donations from not only from the residents but also from different organizations throughout the city of Cleveland. And then we have like a lot of different organizations that come out to support us, who give away to the children, like the Department of Aging. We have Cleveland Public Power, the Water Department, also from the Centers of Children and Family Services. And we also have Children and Family Services themselves are out here. The Easter egg hunt is at 12:30, and it's done in about a minute. And then they come in and bring in their prize eggs and give it to the people, and then we give them a bag of candy. And those who did not have a prized egg will get a little baggie of miscellaneous things like a coloring book and stuff in it.
The Easter Bunny then hopped along to the 100th Bomb Group for their 5th annual Easter egg hunt.
Marty Sweeney and our corporate John Talashe, our president, got together and decided it would be a good opportunity to give back a little bit to the community. And they got together and put it together about 5 years ago. We have the grand prizes are bicycles today. We have all kinds of everything from bubbles all the way up to donuts and free dinner at the Bomb Group, as well as everything kind of in between. We have the Easter Bunny here. It's going to be taking pictures with all the kids. And we have a huge Easter egg hunt where we have about 5,000 eggs.
Women's History Month concluded with the Sisters of Selma Women in the March event held at the City Hall Rotunda, featuring performances from the play.
The 3 marches from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama
were a part of the voting rights movement in Selma, Alabama. By highlighting the racial injustice, these marches contributed to the Voting Rights Act that was passed in 1965, a landmark federal achievement in the 1960s American civil rights movement.
We spoke with a couple of the cast members on what it means to them to represent such a powerful time in history.
I play Claire Marie Jamison. She is a representation of someone who went on the march in Selma, who at first really wasn't going to march, but because of what happened to her best friend, she decided to stand up for herself and march.
My character was not anyone in specific. It was just to loop together all the different types of women that were represented at the march on Selma. But I did recite from Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou has had a huge effect on my life. I am a writer and a poet, so she's one of those people that challenges you to think more. And in my writing, I like to challenge people to think more.
To see the full Sisters of Selma performance, stay tuned to TV20. Check our schedule for times. Spring is here and it's beautiful out, and there are plenty of activities and events to enjoy. Here's a look at what's happening in Cleveland. The 39th Annual Cleveland International Film Festival recently came to a close with an immense turnout and award ceremony. Reporter Justine Greenwald was there to catch all the action.
How do you go about selecting the films? I understand there are somewhere around 185 films that are being shown here at the festival. How do you go about selecting these films each year?
Films are selected two ways. We've got two full-time programmers that travel to festivals around the world to prospect films. All the while we have an international call for entries process where
filmmakers actually pay us to consider their films, and we had over 2,000 submissions in this last cycle. Although it's a very competitive process, typically only about 10 to 12% of the submissions get in.
We have a lot to say thank you to you for. You've brought an amazing festival once again, the 39th Annual Cleveland International Film Festival. How did it go this year?
It went really, really well. We had fun for all 12 days. Great crowds, so many amazing filmmakers, about 300 guest filmmakers, and to me that's what makes the festival, to have the filmmakers here and this community which so embraces film as an art form and filmmakers as artists. It just could not have been better. It was a thrill.
To see an extended version of the closing ceremony, stay tuned to TV20 for an episode of Real Cleveland. That's all for your TV20 Weekly News Wrap-Up, where you get the whole story. I'm Leah Haslage. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned for the bottom line up front with City of Cleveland Media Relations Director Dan Williams.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
In 2007, in a quiet, small town, a police officer pulled over a car with out-of-state plates for a simple traffic violation. Suspicious behavior by the driver and passenger led the officer to search the trunk. There, he discovered potassium nitrate, gasoline, PVC pipes, hobby rocket launchers, fuses, a GPS unit, cat litter, and a receipt for tools and ammunition. Although all of these items are legal to possess, the officer knew that put together, they meant trouble. An investigation began with the efforts of local law enforcement, the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, and a relatively new group of analysts called fusion centers. Fusion centers are agencies that analyze criminal and terrorist intelligence and share that information with the appropriate organizations. These suspects were indicted on charges of providing material support to terrorist organizations. Their plan was to use the items in the trunk to break fellow terrorists out of a local prison. Because of heads-up local police work and the coordinated efforts of intelligence agencies, including fusion centers, this major life-threatening plan was stopped in its tracks. There are 78 fusion centers across the country. Your local fusion center is the Northeast Ohio Regional Fusion Center. Our mission is to focus on state and local criminal activity and provide first-line analysis which may offer paths to potential terrorist activity. We receive information from federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies, as well as the general public. Why is information sharing so critical? When we share analyzed information with law enforcement and within our communities, we often provide the missing piece of a puzzle that can help solve a crime. Other times, our center is made aware of activity that doesn't look quite right, suspicious activity. We then use our analytical expertise to prevent potential criminal activity. We work with more than 65 Northeast Ohio communities. We're tied to all the fusion centers nationwide, able to obtain up to secret-level National Intelligence Agency information, and can connect to over 350 international sites. With this type of worldwide collaboration, fusion centers have helped to stop terrorist cells from carrying out disastrous plans. Here in Northeast Ohio, we have assisted in shutting down large scrap metal theft organizations, online prostitution rings, supported bomb threat responses, provided threat and vulnerability assessments, and conducted social media monitoring. When we bring an end to these types of crimes, we often find links to criminals who may be collaborating and/or funding terrorism worldwide. To continue moving forward with this crucial work, we're reaching out to your law enforcement agencies and associated communities. By building solid relationships and sharing information seamlessly, we will become stronger, together, when it comes to anticipating and counteracting criminal activity. You can share arrest data, criminal observations, reasonable perceptions and suspicions with our Fusion Center through phone calls, emails, fax, basically any form of communication. From there, we help you to connect the dots. It's a small-time investment on your part, but helps make a big-time difference in the security of our communities and our country. At the Northeast Ohio Regional Fusion Center, we believe in the power of collaboration. We act as a valuable tool that helps you react to immediate and emerging threats and to win the war on crime and terrorism. You may not be familiar with Goose Creek, South Carolina, but what happened there is an important example to us all. No community is immune, and information sharing helps us all work faster and smarter. To learn more about how we can and should be partners, contact us.